Have you ever wondered why some doctors take a certain vitamin right before they go to sleep? It might surprise you because it's not the vitamin most people think about. Many people assume it's something like vitamin C or a simple multivitamin. But the truth is different, and the reason behind it has a lot to do with how the body repairs itself during the night. Think about what happens while you sleep. Your body isn't just resting, it's actually working very hard behind the scenes. Your cells repair damage, your brain organizes memories, your hormones rebalance, your muscles recover, your immune system strengthens. Nighttime is when the body does some of its most important maintenance work. Now here's the problem. As men move past the age of 50, the body doesn't repair itself as easily as it once did. Many men begin to notice small changes. Energy is not the same. Sleep may become lighter or more broken. Hair may thin. Joints may feel stiff in the morning. The mind may feel a little slower to focus. These changes can feel subtle at first, but over time they start to add up. Doctors understand something important about this stage of life. The body still has the ability to repair and renew itself, but it needs the right support at the right time. And one of the most powerful times to support the body is just before sleep. Now imagine this. You go to bed, your body begins its nightly repair cycle. But the nutrients needed for those repair systems are not fully available. It's like a construction crew arriving at a job site without enough tools or materials. The work still happens, but it's slower and not as efficient. This is one reason many health professionals focus on certain vitamins in the evening. They know that providing the body with the right nutrients before sleep can support natural nighttime repair. It's not about taking more supplements. It's about timing them correctly. And the vitamin many doctors quietly focus on before sleep is magnesium. Yes, magnesium. This mineral doesn't get as much attention as others, but it plays a role in more than 300 processes in the human body. That's a huge number. Magnesium helps regulate nerves. It supports muscle function. It plays a part in maintaining steady heart rhythm. It helps control blood sugar balance. It even supports deep and restful sleep. But here's something interesting. Many people don't get enough magnesium from their diet anymore. Modern food has changed. Soil quality has declined. Processed foods dominate many diets. Even people who believe they eat fairly healthy meals can still fall short of the magnesium their bodies need. And when magnesium levels are low, certain symptoms can start to appear. These signs may not seem serious at first, but they can slowly affect quality of life. For example, some men notice they feel tense or restless at night. Others wake up feeling tired even after a full night in bed. Some experience muscle tightness or small cramps, especially in the legs. Others feel more stressed than usual, even when nothing major has changed in their life. Magnesium plays a quiet but important role in calming the nervous system. It helps the brain shift from a state of alertness into a state of relaxation. That transition is essential for falling asleep and staying asleep. Doctors who understand sleep science know that the hours before midnight are especially important. During the early part of the night, the body produces hormones that help repair tissues and regulate metabolism. Deep sleep tends to occur during these early cycles. If the nervous system is overstimulated, it becomes harder for the body to enter that deep restorative sleep. Magnesium helps support that transition. It works with a natural chemical in the brain called GABA. GABA is responsible for slowing down nerve activity. When GABA is active, the brain becomes calmer, thoughts slow down, muscles begin to relax. The body prepares for sleep. Without enough magnesium, this calming process can become less efficient. This is why some doctors personally take magnesium before bed. Not as a quick fix, but as part of supporting the body's natural nighttime rhythm. But magnesium does something else that becomes especially important after the age of 50. It supports muscle recovery. As men age, muscle mass gradually declines. This process can start earlier than most people realize. By the time someone reaches their 50s, maintaining muscle health becomes more important than ever. Muscles are not just about strength. They play a major role in metabolism, balance, and overall physical function. Strong muscles help maintain stability, reduce the risk of falls, and support daily movement. Magnesium helps muscles relax after contraction. If magnesium levels are low, Muscles can remain slightly tense. Over time, this can lead to tightness or discomfort. Taking magnesium before sleep allows the body to use that mineral during the hours when muscles are recovering from the day's activity. And here's another fascinating point. Magnesium also helps regulate the body's stress hormone, cortisol. Cortisol follows a daily rhythm. It should be higher in the morning to help you wake up and feel alert. Then it gradually decreases throughout the day so the body can relax at night. But modern life often disrupts this rhythm. Late night screen use, work stress, irregular sleep schedules. All of these can keep cortisol levels elevated when they should be falling. High nighttime cortisol can make sleep feel shallow and restless. Magnesium helps support a healthier cortisol pattern. By calming the nervous system, it encourages the body to shift toward relaxation before sleep. This is one reason some doctors include magnesium in their nighttime routine. They know that quality sleep is one of the most powerful tools for protecting long-term health. During deep sleep, the brain clears metabolic waste. The immune system strengthens its defense systems. The body regulates inflammation. Cells repair small damage that occurs during the day. When sleep quality declines, these processes don't work as efficiently. Over time, poor sleep can affect energy levels, mood, focus, and even metabolic health. This is especially important for men over 50 because sleep often becomes lighter with age. Many men notice they wake up earlier than they used to. Some wake up during the night and struggle to fall back asleep. Others feel like they never quite reach deep sleep. Magnesium can help support deeper relaxation before bedtime, which may encourage more stable sleep cycles. But there is something very important to understand. Magnesium is not a sleeping pill. It doesn't force the body into sleep. Instead, it supports the body's natural ability to relax. Think of it like dimming the lights in a room before going to bed. The body begins to recognize that it's time to slow down, and when this natural rhythm is supported night after night, sleep quality can gradually improve. But timing also matters. Taking magnesium earlier in the day can still help the body, but taking it in the evening aligns more closely with the body's natural repair schedule. That's why some doctors choose to take it about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. This allows the body to begin absorbing the mineral as the nervous system starts transitioning into sleep mode. But magnesium alone is not the whole picture. Doctors who follow this habit usually combine it with other simple evening practices that support better sleep and recovery. For example, they avoid heavy meals late at night. Large meals can force the digestive system to stay very active when the body should be winding down. They also reduce bright light from screens before bedtime. Phones, tablets, and computers emit blue light that signals the brain to stay alert. Even small changes in evening habits can make a noticeable difference in sleep quality. Another thing many health professionals emphasize is hydration, but they balance it carefully in the evening so they're not waking up multiple times during the night. And perhaps most importantly, they protect a consistent sleep schedule. The body's internal clock works best when sleep and wake times stay fairly regular. When the body learns that bedtime happens around the same time every night, it begins preparing for sleep in advance. Hormones shift. Body temperature adjusts. The nervous system relaxes. Magnesium can support this process, but lifestyle habits strengthen it even more. This combination of proper nutrients, consistent sleep timing, and calming evening habits creates a powerful foundation for better nighttime recovery. And this becomes increasingly valuable as the years go by. In the next part, we're going to talk about something many people don't realize about magnesium. Not all forms of magnesium work the same way in the body. Some forms absorb much better than others, and some are especially helpful before sleep. We'll also explore how magnesium connects to heart health, brain health, and daily energy levels for men over 50. And you may be surprised by how many people are unknowingly deficient in this essential mineral. If you walk into a pharmacy or search online, you'll see several different types of magnesium: magnesium oxide, magnesium citrate, magnesium glycinate, magnesium malate, and a few others. At first glance, they may seem identical. After all, they all contain magnesium, but the form of magnesium can make a big difference in how the body absorbs it and how it affects you. Some forms pass through the digestive system quickly and only a small portion gets absorbed. Others are much easier for the body to use. This is one reason doctors often pay attention to the specific type of magnesium they take before sleep. For example, magnesium glycinate is often preferred in the evening. It combines magnesium with an amino acid called glycine. Glycine itself has calming properties and may help support relaxation in the nervous system. Because of this combination, magnesium glycinate is generally gentle on the stomach and well absorbed by the body. Another form many people know is magnesium citrate. This form absorbs fairly well, but it also draws water into the intestines. For some people, that can cause loose digestion if taken in larger amounts. That's why some doctors prefer glycinate when the goal is relaxation and nighttime recovery. Magnesium oxide is another form you'll often see in supplements. The challenge with this type is that the body absorbs only a small portion of it. A large amount passes through the digestive system unused. Because of that, it's not usually the first choice when someone wants to raise magnesium levels effectively. This is important because many people assume that all magnesium supplements are equal, but choosing the right form can make a real difference. Now let's talk about why magnesium becomes even more important as men move beyond the age of 50. One major reason is the connection between magnesium and the heart. Your heart is a muscle, and like every muscle in the body, it relies on a balance of minerals to function properly. Magnesium works closely with potassium and calcium to help regulate muscle contraction and relaxation. This balance helps maintain a steady heartbeat. When magnesium levels are low, the electrical signals that control muscle movement can become less stable. That doesn't mean something serious will happen immediately, but over time the body may not function as smoothly as it should. Magnesium also helps relax blood vessels. When blood vessels relax, circulation becomes easier and the heart doesn't have to work as hard to move blood through the body. For men over 50, maintaining healthy circulation becomes more and more important. The body systems are still strong, but they benefit from the right support. Magnesium also plays a role in managing inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a natural process. It helps the body respond to injury or infection. But when inflammation remains elevated for long periods, it can slowly affect different organs and tissues. Researchers have observed that people with lower magnesium levels often show higher markers of inflammation. Supporting healthy magnesium levels may help the body maintain a better balance. But there's another connection many people find surprising. Magnesium plays a role in brain health. Your brain is constantly sending electrical signals through the nervous system. These signals control movement, thinking, memory, and mood. Magnesium helps regulate how these signals move between nerve cells. When magnesium levels are balanced, communication between brain cells tends to work more smoothly. Some people notice that when they improve their magnesium intake, they feel calmer in the evening. Their thoughts slow down more easily before sleep. Instead of lying in bed with the mind racing, the brain begins to settle. That calming effect is one reason some doctors personally include magnesium in their nighttime routine. But here's the part that surprises many people. Even when someone eats what they believe is a healthy diet, they may still be low in magnesium. Magnesium is found in many natural foods. Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, beans, and whole grains contain good amounts. Dark chocolate also contains magnesium, which is something many people enjoy hearing. But modern diets often include a high percentage of processed foods. During food processing, a large portion of natural minerals can be removed. Over time, this reduces the total magnesium intake in the diet. Another factor is stress. When the body experiences stress, it uses more magnesium. Stress hormones increase nerve activity and muscle tension. Magnesium is used by the body to help regulate those processes. So during periods of ongoing stress, magnesium levels can gradually decline. Physical activity can also increase magnesium needs. Exercise is excellent for health, especially after 50. It supports muscle strength, metabolism, and joint movement. But when muscles work harder, they also use more magnesium. That doesn't mean exercise is a problem. In fact, it's one of the best habits for long-term health. It simply means the body may require more magnesium to support recovery afterward. This brings us back to why nighttime can be a useful moment for magnesium intake. During sleep, the body enters its recovery phase. Muscle fibers repair small strains from daily movement. The nervous system resets from the stimulation of the day. Hormones shift into a pattern that supports healing and renewal. Magnesium participates in many of these processes. It helps muscles release tension after a day of movement. It supports the nervous system as it transitions into rest mode. And it works with enzymes that help produce cellular energy. That last point is especially important. Energy in the body comes from a molecule called ATP. Think of ATP as the body's energy currency. Every movement, every heartbeat, every thought requires ATP. Magnesium helps activate ATP so the body can actually use that stored energy. Without magnesium, ATP cannot function effectively. That means the body may struggle to produce and use energy as efficiently as it should. This may explain why some people feel more refreshed in the morning when their magnesium levels are balanced. Their bodies were able to carry out nighttime repair more effectively. But there's something else many doctors emphasize when they talk about magnesium. Consistency matters more than large doses. Some people think taking a very large amount of a supplement will produce faster results. In reality, the body usually responds better to steady, moderate support over time. Taking magnesium regularly in the evening allows levels in the body to gradually stabilize. It's similar to watering a plant. A small amount every day helps it grow strong. Pouring a huge amount of water once in a while doesn't work nearly as well. Another helpful habit is pairing magnesium with a relaxing evening routine. For example, some doctors drink a warm herbal tea in the evening while taking their magnesium supplement. The warmth signals the body to slow down. The quiet moment helps the mind disconnect from the day. Others spend a few minutes stretching gently before bed. Light stretching helps release muscle tension that builds up from sitting, walking, or working during the day. Even slow breathing exercises can support relaxation. Taking a few deep breaths helps signal the nervous system that it's safe to relax. When these habits are combined with the calming effects of magnesium, the body begins to transition into sleep more smoothly. And over time, these small nightly actions can create noticeable improvements in how someone feels the next day. Better sleep often leads to better energy, clearer thinking, a more stable mood, stronger physical recovery. All of these become especially valuable as men move through their 50s and beyond. But there's another important topic we haven't talked about yet. Many people wonder how much magnesium is actually needed and whether it's possible to take too much. Doctors are usually careful about this because the goal is balance, not excess. The body needs the right amount to function well, but more is not always better. In the next part, we're going to explore how much magnesium many health professionals recommend, the best time window before sleep to take it, and several natural foods that can quietly help increase magnesium levels throughout the day. How much magnesium does the body actually need? This is where things can become confusing because different sources give slightly different numbers. But most health organizations agree on a general range. For adult men, daily magnesium needs are often around 400 to 420 milligrams per day. That amount includes magnesium from both food and supplements combined. The problem is that many people only get about half of that from their daily meals, sometimes even less. When diets rely heavily on refined grains, packaged snacks, and processed foods, magnesium intake tends to drop, and over time the body can slowly run low. Now here's something important. Doctors usually do not rush to extremely high doses of magnesium. Instead, they focus on restoring balance gradually. For many people, a moderate evening dose somewhere around 200 to 350 milligrams works well when taken before sleep. This amount can help support the nervous system without overwhelming the digestive system. But every body is different. Some people may need a little less. Some may benefit from slightly more depending on diet, activity level, and individual needs. That's why it's always wise to start with a moderate amount and see how the body responds. The timing also matters. Many doctors who use magnesium personally tend to take it about 30 to 60 minutes before going to bed. This timing allows the body to begin absorbing it as the brain and nervous system start preparing for sleep. Think about what usually happens during that last hour before bed. The lights become dimmer, activity slows down, conversations become quieter. The body gradually shifts away from the stimulation of the day. Magnesium fits naturally into that transition period, but there's another simple trick that some health professionals use. Instead of taking magnesium with a large meal late at night, they often take it with a small amount of water or alongside a light evening snack. Heavy meals right before bed can keep the digestive system very busy. When the stomach is working hard, the body may have a harder time entering deep sleep quickly. So keeping nighttime eating light can help the body relax faster. Now here's something else that deserves attention. Magnesium supplements can help, but food should still be the foundation. Nature has already placed magnesium into many everyday foods. When people regularly include these foods in their meals, magnesium levels often improve naturally. One of the richest natural sources is leafy green vegetables. Spinach, for example, contains a significant amount of magnesium. The reason is simple. Magnesium sits at the center of the chlorophyll molecule that gives plants their green color. So whenever you eat dark green vegetables, you're naturally getting some magnesium along with fiber and other nutrients. Nuts are another great source. Almonds, cashews, and peanuts all contain magnesium. A small handful during the day can provide a helpful boost. They also contain healthy fats that support overall wellness. Seeds are even more concentrated. Pumpkin seeds are especially rich in magnesium. Just a small portion can deliver a meaningful amount of this mineral. Sunflower seeds and chia seeds also contain good levels. Beans and legumes are another helpful option. Black beans, lentils, and chickpeas contain magnesium along with plant protein and fiber. These foods support steady energy levels and help maintain healthy digestion. Whole grains can contribute magnesium as well. Foods like brown rice, oats, and whole wheat contain more magnesium than highly refined grains. When grains are heavily processed and the outer layer is removed, and that layer contains many important minerals. Even dark chocolate contains magnesium. Now, of course, this doesn't mean eating large amounts of sweets, but a small square of dark chocolate that contains a high percentage of cocoa can provide some magnesium while also satisfying a craving. These foods quietly support magnesium intake throughout the day. But here's the reality. Even when someone eats fairly well, stress and aging can still increase magnesium needs. After the age of 50, the body may absorb nutrients a little less efficiently than it once did. Digestive changes, medications, and lifestyle factors can all influence how minerals are absorbed. This doesn't mean the body stops working well. It simply means nutrition becomes more important than ever. Doctors who understand this often focus on steady daily habits rather than quick solutions. A balanced diet, regular physical activity, consistent sleep patterns, and targeted nutrients when needed. Magnesium fits naturally into that approach. But here's another fascinating point about magnesium that many people overlook. It works closely with vitamin D. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium and supports bone health, immune function, and muscle performance. But vitamin D does not work alone. Magnesium helps activate vitamin D so the body can actually use it properly. Without enough magnesium, vitamin D may not function as effectively. This means someone could be taking vitamin D supplements but still not receive the full benefit if magnesium levels are low. This partnership between nutrients shows how connected the body's systems really are. Nothing works completely alone. Magnesium also plays a role in blood sugar balance. As men move into their 50s and beyond, maintaining steady blood sugar becomes increasingly important. Magnesium helps enzymes involved in glucose metabolism work properly. When magnesium levels are balanced, the body may process energy from food more smoothly. That doesn't replace healthy eating habits, of course, but it supports the body's ability to manage energy more efficiently. Another area where magnesium quietly helps is muscle comfort at night. Some people notice leg tightness or mild cramping in the evening. This can happen when muscles remain slightly contracted after a long day of activity. Magnesium helps muscles relax after contraction. That relaxation can make nighttime rest more comfortable. But again, magnesium is not a magic solution. It works best as part of a larger, healthy routine, and that routine includes something very simple that many people underestimate: movement during the day. Regular walking, light resistance exercise, or stretching helps muscles stay active and strong. Movement also helps the body use nutrients more effectively for men over 50. Even a 30-minute walk most days of the week can make a noticeable difference in energy levels and sleep quality. Exercise also helps regulate the body's internal clock. When the body moves during the day, it naturally feels more ready for rest at night. Combine that with proper nutrition and a calming evening routine, and the body begins to return to a healthier rhythm. Magnesium simply helps support that rhythm. But there's another important question people often ask. Are there signs that magnesium levels might already be low? The body sometimes sends small signals before a real deficiency develops. These signs can appear gradually and are easy to overlook. Some people notice increased muscle tightness. Others feel more fatigued than usual even after sleeping. Some experience occasional eyelid twitching or mild restlessness at night. Others may feel more sensitive to stress or have trouble winding down before bed. None of these signs automatically mean magnesium is low. Many factors can cause them. But they sometimes appear when magnesium intake has been lower than the body needs. Supporting healthy magnesium levels can often help bring the body back into balance. And this is exactly why some doctors quietly rely on magnesium as part of their nighttime routine. Not because it's a miracle supplement, but because it supports several natural systems the body already uses to rest, recover, and prepare for the next day. And when the body sleeps well, almost every other system begins to function better. In the next part, we're going to explore a few common mistakes people make when taking magnesium before bed. We'll also talk about simple evening habits that can either support magnesium's effects or reduce its benefits without people realizing it. Many people hear about magnesium, buy a supplement, take it once or twice, and expect an immediate dramatic change. When that doesn't happen, they assume it doesn't work, but the body usually doesn't operate that way. Magnesium supports natural processes that take place gradually. If someone has been low in magnesium for months or even years, the body may need some time to rebalance. Consistency is far more important than expecting instant results. Doctors who use magnesium as part of their routine usually take it regularly, night after night, allowing the body to rebuild healthy levels over time. Another mistake people make is taking magnesium too late at night. If someone takes it right as they get into bed, the body may not have enough time to absorb it before sleep begins. Remember, magnesium works best when it helps the nervous system transition into relaxation. That's why many doctors take it about half an hour or even an hour before bedtime. This gives the body time to absorb the mineral and begin shifting into a calmer state. Now here's another mistake that surprises many people. Late night screen exposure. Phones, tablets, televisions, and laptops all produce blue light. This type of light sends a signal to the brain that it is still daytime. When the brain receives that signal, it delays the release of melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate sleep. So someone might take magnesium and expect to feel relaxed, but then spend the next hour scrolling on their phone. The bright light keeps the brain alert. In that situation, magnesium is trying to calm the nervous system while the screen is stimulating it. This creates a mixed signal for the brain. Doctors who understand sleep health often recommend reducing bright screens at least 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. Even dimming the lights in the room can help signal the body that nighttime is approaching. Another common mistake is drinking large amounts of caffeine later in the day. Caffeine can stay in the bloodstream for many hours. Some people drink coffee or strong tea in the late afternoon or evening without realizing it may still be affecting them at bedtime. Caffeine stimulates the nervous system. Magnesium helps calm the nervous system. When both are present in the body at the same time, they work against each other. Many doctors suggest limiting caffeine to earlier parts of the day, especially for men who notice sleep becoming lighter after the age of 50. There's also the issue of very heavy evening meals. Large meals close to bedtime can keep the digestive system very active. The body shifts energy toward digestion rather than recovery and relaxation. Magnesium may still help, but deep sleep becomes harder when the stomach is working overtime. A lighter dinner eaten a few hours before bed often supports better sleep quality. Now let's talk about another powerful habit that works beautifully with magnesium: evening relaxation. The body responds strongly to routine. When certain calming actions happen every night before sleep, the brain begins to recognize those actions as signals that bedtime is approaching. Some doctors recommend simple activities that help the mind slow down. For example, light stretching for 5 or 10 minutes can release muscle tension from the day. Sitting for a few minutes in quiet breathing can calm the nervous system. Some people read a few pages of a book under soft lighting. Others listen to calm music. These small habits create a bridge between the busy daytime world and the quiet state the body needs for sleep. Magnesium simply supports that transition. Now here's something interesting that many men over 50 begin to notice. The quality of sleep becomes more important than the number of hours. When we are younger, the body can often handle short or irregular sleep without obvious effects. But as we age, sleep becomes more sensitive to lifestyle habits. Even small improvements in sleep quality can make a big difference in how someone feels during the day. Better sleep supports clearer thinking, steadier energy, and better physical recovery. And magnesium helps support several systems involved in sleep. But there's another benefit many doctors talk about. Magnesium can help the body relax physically, not just mentally. During the day, muscles contract thousands of times as we move, walk, lift objects, or even sit in one position for long periods. This constant activity can create small amounts of tension in muscle tissue. Magnesium helps muscles return to a relaxed state after contraction. When muscles relax properly, the body feels more comfortable settling into sleep. This may be one reason some people notice fewer nighttime muscle tightness episodes when magnesium levels improve. But here's something important to remember. Supplements should support healthy habits, not replace them. Doctors who take magnesium before bed usually combine it with a lifestyle that supports long-term health. They stay active during the day, they maintain balanced meals, they protect their sleep schedule, they manage stress. Magnesium works best when it becomes part of that larger picture. Now let's look at one more interesting factor that can influence magnesium levels: hydration. The body uses water to transport nutrients, maintain circulation, and regulate temperature. Minerals like magnesium move through the bloodstream and into cells with the help of proper hydration. When someone is chronically dehydrated, nutrient balance can be affected. That doesn't mean drinking large amounts of water right before bed. That could interrupt sleep. But staying well hydrated throughout the day helps the body maintain mineral balance more easily. There's also a connection between magnesium and physical activity. Many men over 50 are working to stay active, which is excellent for long-term health. Walking, resistance training, swimming, and cycling all help maintain muscle strength and heart health. But exercise also increases magnesium use inside muscle cells. That means active individuals may benefit even more from maintaining healthy magnesium intake. Doctors who exercise regularly often pay attention to recovery, especially as they age. Sleep is one of the most powerful recovery tools available. Magnesium helps support the relaxation and repair processes that occur during sleep. And when recovery improves, the body often feels stronger the next day. But here's one final mistake that many people make. They overlook the importance of consistency in sleep timing. Going to bed at drastically different times each night confuses the body's internal clock. One night's sleep begins at 10. The next night it's midnight. Another night it's much later. The brain struggles to predict when it should prepare for sleep. Doctors who focus on sleep health often try to keep bedtime within a consistent window each night. Even a difference of 30 minutes can help maintain a stable rhythm. Magnesium works best when the body's sleep rhythm is steady. It supports the natural signals the brain already sends when bedtime approaches. When these signals are reinforced night after night, the body gradually develops a stronger sleep pattern. And that pattern becomes extremely valuable after the age of 50. Because when sleep improves, many other aspects of health begin to improve as well. Energy becomes more stable. Mood becomes more balanced. recovery becomes more efficient, and all of this begins with simple habits practiced consistently. In the next part, we'll bring everything together and talk about the complete nighttime routine many doctors follow. We'll also look at a few final lifestyle habits that can quietly support magnesium levels and help the body stay strong and balanced as the years go by. Magnesium before sleep is not a secret trick. It's simply a smart way to support the body during the hours when it repairs and restores itself. Doctors understand something many people forget. The body does most of its recovery work at night. While you are asleep, thousands of small processes begin working quietly in the background. Muscles repair small strains from the day. The brain clears waste that builds up during waking hours. Hormones shift into patterns that support healing and balance. The immune system strengthens its defenses. All of this happens while you sleep. But these systems rely on the right nutrients being available at the right time. Magnesium is one of those nutrients. It helps calm the nervous system, relax muscles, and support steady heart rhythm and assist the body in producing energy. When magnesium levels are balanced, the body often moves into deeper rest more easily. This is why some doctors take magnesium about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. But the supplement itself is only one part of the routine. What really makes the difference is the entire evening pattern that surrounds it. Many health professionals follow a simple rhythm in the final hours of the day. Dinner usually happens a few hours before bedtime. Meals are balanced but not overly heavy. This allows the digestive system to settle before sleep begins. After dinner, activity gradually slows down. Bright lights in the home become softer. Loud stimulation is reduced. The body starts receiving signals that the day is coming to an end. Then comes a quiet period. Some people read a few pages from a book. Others spend time talking with family. Some take a short walk outside. Gentle movement after dinner can support digestion and help the body relax. About an hour before bed, magnesium may be taken with a small amount of water. At the same time, screens are often limited. Many doctors are aware that phone and computer light can keep the brain alert long after the body wants to rest. So instead of scrolling late at night, they allow the mind to slow down naturally. Some people take a few minutes to stretch lightly. Others practice slow breathing. Even sitting quietly for a short time can help the nervous system shift into a calmer state. These small actions signal to the brain that it is safe to relax. When this pattern repeats every night, the body begins to expect it. The internal clock starts preparing for sleep earlier. Hormones begin to shift at the right time. Muscles release tension more easily. Magnesium simply supports that process. Now, here's something many men over 50 begin to understand. Health is often built from small habits repeated daily. It's not usually one dramatic change that improves how the body feels. Instead, it's a collection of simple actions practiced consistently. Better sleep, balanced meals, regular movement, stress management, and proper nutrient intake. Each habit strengthens the others. Magnesium before sleep fits naturally into this system because it supports the body's ability to relax and recover during the night. But there are a few additional habits that can quietly support magnesium levels during the day as well. One of the most helpful is eating more whole foods. Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, beans, and whole grains all provide natural magnesium. When these foods appear regularly in meals, the body receives steady support from diet alone. Another helpful habit is staying physically active. Movement improves circulation and helps nutrients reach the cells that need them. Walking, light resistance training, cycling, or swimming can all support muscle health and metabolism. Activity during the day often leads to deeper sleep at night. Sunlight exposure also plays an important role. Spending time outdoors during the day helps regulate the body's internal clock. Natural daylight signals the brain when it should be alert and when it should begin preparing for rest. When the body receives enough daylight, nighttime sleep tends to feel more natural and restorative. Stress management is another key factor. Modern life places constant demands on the nervous system. Work pressure, financial concerns, family responsibilities, and digital stimulation can all keep the mind active long into the evening. Magnesium helps calm the nervous system, but managing daily stress also matters. Even short breaks during the day can help reset the mind. A few deep breaths, a short walk, or stepping away from screens for a moment can reduce tension that builds up over time. When stress is lower during the day, the body enters sleep more easily at night. Hydration also supports mineral balance. Drinking water regularly throughout the day helps the body transport nutrients where they are needed. Proper hydration supports circulation, digestion, and cellular function. But water intake can be reduced slightly in the final hours before bed to avoid interrupting sleep. Now let's address something important. Magnesium is helpful, but it is not meant to replace medical advice or treatment. People who take medications or have specific health conditions should always speak with their healthcare professional before starting new supplements. The goal is always to support the body safely and wisely. For many healthy individuals, though, magnesium can be a gentle and useful addition to an evening routine. It supports relaxation, it supports muscle comfort, it supports steady nerve signals, and it helps the body prepare for the deep restorative sleep that becomes so valuable with age. For men over 50, protecting sleep is one of the most powerful things they can do for their long-term health. Quality sleep supports memory, mood, metabolism, heart health, and physical recovery. When sleep improves, many other systems begin working better as well. That's why doctors often pay attention to what happens in the final hour before bedtime. That hour can shape how the body feels the entire next day. So the routine becomes simple. Eat balanced meals during the day. Stay active. Get natural daylight. Reduce stimulation in the evening. Take magnesium about 30 to 60 minutes before bed if it fits your needs. Then allow the body to do what it was designed to do. Rest, repair, renew. Night after night, these small actions can build a strong foundation for better health. And sometimes the most powerful habits are also the simplest ones. Magnesium before sleep is one of those quiet habits that many doctors rely on, not because it's complicated, but because it works with the body instead of against it.